This is your goofy Uncle GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we debriefed with the Council and our crew after the Feros mission, and we got a little downtime with Joker, Kaidan, Liara, and Ashley. We talked to Kaidan about the fate of his mentor, or ex-mentor, Commander Vernus on Jump Zero, and then we talked to Liara about our relationship, and she got a little awkward, as she usually does. And then we talked to Ashley Williams and learned that her grandfather was the commander of the garrison on Shang-Chi during the First Contact War, explaining the lack of her assignment history. But now it's time to continue our little one-on-one sessions with the crew, and we're going to be talking to Wrex, Garrus, and Tali. And then we'll have some time to go to the Citadel and debrief with Anderson and Udina. So let's go ahead and delve right in. And Wrex actually has something to say about his mercenary background. Let's hear from this grizzled old Krogan mercenary.
Shepard.
So you'd rather be a merc than help your people?
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause. I'm no hero, Shepard. Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
Now, normally I think Urdnot Wrex's character would be one of, if you tried to question his motives or intentions, then he'd be the first person to put you in your place. But since we are Commander Shepard, he recognizes us as a warrior and as a military leader, worthy of respect. The fact that we also obtained his family armor helps out a little bit, but he seems a lot more receptive to Commander Shepard's questions than he would be with anyone else in the galaxy. Let's find out more about his mercenary background.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy your work.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
And that is one way to end the conversation.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
Let's let Wrex have some alone time. Go ahead and debrief with the rest of the crew, meaning Garrus and Tali. And I'm wondering, oh, by the way, you know what, I have to give in, I'm sorry. Ladies and gents, we gotta do this at least once.
Shepard.
Wrex?
Shepard.
Wrex?
Shepard.
Wrex?
Shepard.
This is too good.
Wrex?
Okay, I gotta stop before I get too into that. Anyway, let's go ahead and debrief with Garrus and Tali, and then we'll head to the Citadel.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I understand your concern, but we will find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, ma'am. You can count on me. Thanks for hearing me out. I appreciate it. Can I ask you something, Commander?
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
So it seems that Garrus is doing more than just asking a question. He seems to be really beating around the bush on this topic. Let's find out more about his motives and what he thinks we should do when we find Saren.
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him. And what about the Geth? They might try to free him.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably a very good idea to let Saren live long enough to stand trial for his crimes and find out the full extent of his actions. Because we don't really know, at least Shepard and crew don't really know how Saren came to be what he is now. So there's a lot of unanswered questions there as far as Commander Shepard is concerned. But let's talk to Tali, and I think we'll wrap up here in the Normandy.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Tali.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated me just like everyone else on your crew. Like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever happens, I just want to say thank you for that.
I'm gonna miss you when you go back to your own people, Tali.
That won't happen for a while yet. I'll be right here anytime you need me.
So it seems our good friend Tali is with us till the bitter end, and that's exactly what we want.
I should go.
See you later.
Now regarding Tali's background, I've actually made a decision regarding the assignment that I'll be doing next. I've decided that I'm going to tackle the UNC Geth Incursions assignment. This assignment actually is going to, it's kind of one of those you had to visit multiple worlds sort of deal in order to complete the assignment. We've got 4 or 5 worlds actually that we need to go to. And at the end of it, we will get something that Tali can use in our pilgrimage. Something that'll help the Quarian people. But let's head up, and we're gonna go ahead and bring the Citadel, bring the Normandy into the Citadel docking. So let's head up the galaxy map, and we're going to be leaving Feros and saying goodbye to the Theseus system, and we will make our way towards the Serpent Nebula. And I will see you guys when we dock at the Citadel.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth lead out.
Alright, what we have just received is our morality mission for Mass Effect 1. This is the Paragon assignment that you get if you are playing a Paragon character. You will be sent to rescue hostages from the Serta Foundation from a group of biotic terrorists. This particular assignment I will get to eventually, but this is one of those assignments where you have to be extremely careful about the line of sight that you maintain with enemies in the map. I will not be doing that mission immediately next, but I will try to get to it at some point. The mission itself, the assignment itself, it's one of those weird assignments where the import feature for Mass Effect 1 is bugged. Even if you save all the hostages for this assignment, the game still counts it as the assignment being a complete massacre, with no one surviving.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
So unfortunately, if you are thinking of importing your progress in this assignment into Mass Effect 2, you're gonna be disappointed. The assignment itself does not import properly due to a bug in Mass Effect 1 that the Bioware developers acknowledge but have not addressed. And at this point, it's probably too late.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Feros is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
In other words, Feros is doing really well from the time that I left, which would have been how many hours in galactic time? I don't know. But we did manage to keep Zeus Hope on the map, and Feros is doing extremely well as a colony. And we'll be hearing a little bit more about Feros in Mass Effect 2, and we'll get an email in Mass Effect 3. But let's head out, and I'm going to bring ourselves to the embassies. So let's use the rapid transit. Let's head over to the embassy cab. And I really cannot talk today. Excuse me. But like I mentioned, after we're done talking to Anderson and Udina and we wrap up the Citadel, we will be heading to the UNC Geth incursions, and I think that's going to take us to the Armstrong Nebula, if I remember correctly. And we will have several mission worlds that we will be tackling. This is going to be an assignment that takes several videos, so it's going to be one of those prolonged assignment sort of deal. But let's talk to Udina and Anderson and see what they have to say about the Feros aftermath.
I saw your Feros report. If we had known anything about the Thorian, ExoGeni would never have been given the permits to start a colony there. Thank God the colony survived. We can't afford to have too many failures out in the Traverse. It's one of our major expansion regions.
You don't give a damn about the colonists. It's all just politics to you, isn't it?
We can't all be the hero who charges in to save the day, Commander. But we each serve humanity in our own way. You can't escape interstellar politics. It's part of the big picture, and sometimes it isn't pretty.
Just ignore him, Shepard. The ambassador's a little bitter sometimes. Comes with the job.
Well, hopefully the ambassador's doing his job right. Personality-wise, he's probably not the most likable person, but hey, he's an ambassador. So, what can you do? Let's head down, and I think we are pretty much done with everything that I wanted to cover in this video. There's not a whole lot for us. What I will do is I will actually start up the UNC Geth incursion assignment in the next video.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel. Goodbye, and thank you.
Didn't want to hit that terminal. I kind of hit the wrong button on accident.
Visit to the Citadel.
But we will be hitting up the UNC Geth incursions assignment. And I believe I'd have some stops to make, so let me make some stops at some of the vendors, and I'll see you guys back on the Normandy.
Some want to see this Krogan monument removed, but it is important to remember our history, even if those memories make us uncomfortable.
This statue represents what the Krogan used to be. A proud and fierce nation. Now we're just brutes for hire to the highest bidder. We've forgotten our roots.
You are very different from the other Krogan I have met, Wrex.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Hope you guys heard that. The audio in Mass Effect 1 plays, it varies a lot in weird places. I've moved the camera around a little bit, but if your squad mates are not standing exactly in the right place, the audio will just get all messed up and everything, so not much I can really do there except pray for the best. But I will see you guys back in the Normandy, and we will talk about what is coming up in this LP.
Interesting. We Asari are more accepting of our sexuality than most other species. Some club owners like to exploit this by hiring us as dancers.
Fist had a good thing going here. Too bad he got greedy.
Go away. Let me drink your piece.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Alright, so I just want to go ahead and let you guys know what's coming up. Like I mentioned, the next several episodes are going to be dedicated to the UNC Geth Incursions assignment. We are also going to be skipping an episode number. The next episode should be the Codex Entries episode, and I'm going to maintain my save here just so I can come back here and get the Codex vid made. It's going to be a while before this Codex vid comes out, so I will try to get that done whenever I can. But this will allow us to move on to the UNC assignments quicker without having to wait for a Codex vid to come out precisely when. So this is going to be episode number 62. The next one that comes out should be episode 64, and we'll leave 63 as our Codex entry. But I think that's all I have to say. And we're pretty much done for everything we need to do. We're done wrapping up with Feros. We've done all the pre-Vermeer important story missions. So all that's left is to sit back and try and get these assignments out of the way, one by one. So it's going to be a while before we hit up Vermeer. But until we manage to get to Vermeer, we've got quite a bit of work cut out for us. But for right now, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me. And I just want to wish you a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. And I hope to see you in my next vid. But until then, bye. Sleep tight.